We're here to learn from the ground up the fundamentals. So, first of all, we have a language that we're trying to grasp and learn and understand, just make a part of our thoughts. Beyond that, we will kind of want to understand where we come from, what's the history and all that. So, to start with the very basics, we know that the Hebrew alphabet, the Hebrew language, consists of 22 letters. 22, why 22? Sounds like an odd number, right? What's with 22? It's two sets of 11. It's two sets of 11, right? And it's kind of maybe not intuitive. Maybe you should say there should be two sets of 10. For those who know about the Sefirot, the 10 Sefirot, it would maybe be intuitive that you should have sets of 10, but then you'd still have to explain why there's two. We do find two all over the Bible. I mean, think about Shabbat. Maybe you should say all over Shabbat. I don't know. Well, first of all, the stone tablets were they divided into two? I might be wrong about that, but you had a double portion of food on the manna in the desert for Shabbat. So I think in commemoration of that, we have two chalot on Shabbat. I think we like because of that two candles as well. You have on Shabbat two aspects. You have the remembrance and the guarding, Zachar v'Shamor. So I mean, I don't know why we would have two. You could say male and feminine, right? Just free flowing, free thought. Not sure really. But the point is, there's two sets of 11, and it's not so intuitive because you would say, if anything, there should be two sets of 10, maybe. Like, where did 11 come from? So I'm not really here to answer that because I don't know. But that's where we stand. We have these 22 Hebrew letters. Why is 20? Why, by the way, why would two sets of 10 make sense, by the way? Because count your digits, your fingers and your toes together, you have 20, right? So 22 sets of 10 would be intuitive if we were mapping our body and duplicating it into the language, replicating it into the language, whatever, right? It would make sense to have 20 letters. What are these extra two letters? So first of all, which two letters are extra? And God forbid, I don't want to say extra, but which two letters are the ones that are not counted amongst the 10 fingers and 10 toes, but they're counted separately if we're going to go with this theory, right? Anyways, well, where we stand, we have 22 letters, right? And I think it's appropriate to correlate them and corresponding to the 20 digits, 20 fingers and toes together that we have. The two, I mean, we could open up Sefer Yetzirah. It starts talking about 10 at 11 and 10 at 9, I believe, right? Bris Yachid. There's kind of like there's 10 plus the Bris Yachid, like the covenant of unification or something. So, or the unified covenant. Maybe that's like the whole set altogether. Maybe there's like 10 plus the set. 10 plus the set. So you have 11 plus 11, 22. Either which way, any which way, we have 22 letters. Let's go over them just real quick. Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Ches, Tes, Yud, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samach, Ayin, Pei, Tzadik, Kuf, Resh, Shin, and Taf. Now, some of these letters can be twice. For example, Beis and Vase are the same letter, but Vase has no dot. Beis has a dot inside. Gimel can have a dot too, and then it would be a soft gimel or a hard gimel. A hard gimel with a dot, soft gimel without, I believe. What would be the difference? Grandpa knows. You can ask him. Dalit, I believe, also could have a dot. A lot of these letters can have dots. Frill, Grandpa knows all this. You can ask him. Dalit also, I think, could have a dot. Like some of the letters, it could be even all the letters can have a dot. I'm just wondering because I don't think I've ever seen like an aleph with a dot. Where would it go even? Like, I'm not talking about the Nikudo pronunciation letters that are on top and bottom of the letter, or even sometimes the middle. I'm talking about the how's it called when it tells you to go soft or hard on a letter? The dot in the middle. Dagesh, right? Dagesh. Dagesh. Dagesh is an interesting word. It's like dagesh. I mean, you have Dalet Gimel Shin. I believe Dalet Gimel is dag is fish. And then you pronounce it dagesh. It almost sounds like there's an ash, fire, but there's no aleph in there. Just it's interesting. It's in the pronunciation, but not in the spelling. Anyway, so other letters that are twice, because we said bays and vase are the same letter. It's just the vase doesn't have the dot, right? But there's other letters like that. Which other letters? Let's see. Aleph, Beis, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Ches, Tes, Yud. Kaf and Chaf. Kaf has a dot. Chaf doesn't have a dot. Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samach, Ayin, Pei, Fei. So Pei and Fei. Pei has a dot. Fei doesn't have a dot. But they're the same letter. Also, Kaf and Chaf are the same letter. Just Kaf has a dot. Chaf doesn't. Like Beis has a dot and Beis doesn't. So too, Pei has a dot and Fei doesn't. Tzadi, Kuf, Reishin, Sin. Shin and Sin, the dots on the other side. Shin, the dots on the right side. Sin, the dots on the other side. And then Tuf and Saf. Tuf has a dot and Saf doesn't have a dot. Shiloh, if you want to ask a question or say something, you can move the apple, and that will be like you're raising your hand. Or you can just tell me at any time. You can just say whatever you'd like. All right. Good. Good job so far. I love you. Very, very good job so far. You following?
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at the first five letters. So the first five letters should correspond to the first five of our fingers. Now, as Jewish people with the faith of being of Israel and our Torah, we know everything starts with the right. Everything starts with the right, which is the loving kindness, as opposed to the left, which is strength or restraint. So we're going to start with the right hand because we're going to do our hand before our feet for sure. We want to start with what's above versus what's below. We'll get dressed from top to bottom as well. So, and then under would be the reversal. Like the shoes, you put on the right one first, you tie the left one first, and then when you take off your shoes, you untie them in the reverse order and take them off in the reverse order. You always give precedence to the right side, which is loving kindness, as opposed to the left side, which is din, gvurot. So judgment and strength. Okay, so the first five letters, if we're going to correspond them to the right hand, the five fingers of the right hand, I guess Abu Shiloh. Do we start with the thumb? I think we start with the thumb and not the pinky. So this would be Aleph. Aleph. This would be Bays. The camera. Thank you. Bays. Gimel. Dalet. Hey. Five letters for five fingers. Shiloh, can you say the first five letters of the Aleph Bays for Daddy, please? But Bays and Vays are the same letter. Remember that. So only count it once.
Alice is this. Alice is this. Being a dollar high. Being a dollar high.
Perfect. Yay, that was perfect. That was perfect. Shiloh, that was very impressive. Daddy's very happy. Very happy. Shiloh did
Says
Aleph,
that.
Beis, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, Hey. But Shiloh, if we look at our fingers, we're going to see we have an extra letter because we counted Beis and Vase. Look, Aleph, Beis, Vase, Gimel,
Alice is
Dalet.
this. Alice being a dollar.
Vav Zayin Chastas, Vav Zayin Chastas. Aleph, Beis, Vase. Aleph, Beis, Vase. Aleph, Beis, Vase. Aleph. Face. I don't hear you, Shiloh. Are you muted?
Alice is this. Alice is this.
Now I hear you. Thank you.
This is this. Alice is this. Being a dollar high. Being a dollar high.
Vav, Zayin, Chas, Tas,
Science is this.
Yud, Kaf, Chaf,
Food just high.
Lamed, Mem, Nun,
Flaminum.
Samach, Ayin, Pei, Fei,
Summertime is
Tzadik, Kuf, Resh,
Franciscus and
Shin, sin, tough, and stuff.
This is stuff and stuff.
Yay. I'm so proud of you. I would like to teach you how to spell the word fire. Fire in Hebrew is a. Nine, 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 Hi. That was really good. Nine, 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 nine. Nine.
Nine, 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 nine. Na na na
Yeah,
na na.
this is a
Nine,
commercial
nine,
break. We're sponsored
nine.
by Shiloh,
Na na
so
na na
this is
nine, nine,
advertisement.
nine. Nine, nine,
Nine,
nine, nine,
nine,
nine, nine. Na
nine,
na na na. Nine, nine, nine. Na 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 na.
nine, 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 nine. Shiloh, you're so good and perfect. You did perfect.
Do you know what my man? I'm a thin man. I'm a thin man. Do you know what a thin man? I'm a thin man. I'm a thin man. Do you know I'm a thin man? Today I'm Darlene. Yes, I
Yes,
know.
I know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man who lives on Strawberry Lane.
Yay!
Yeah,
It's a baby song.
that's right. Daddy also knows the baby songs. Daddy's a big
Eating
baby.
something. He said that's a baby song. No, Papa. I used to know, Papa. I used not. Um,
Ha ha ha.
ha, 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 ha.
Again here. Shiloh, 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 Shiloh.
Yes, Papa.
Eating sugar.
No, Papa.
Are you sure?
Yes, Papa.
Open your mouth.
Ha, ha, ha.
That is very good. You know all the songs.
Kakita magkakita.
Shiloh, how many Hebrew letters are there altogether?
Mama, love. I love love.
We
Love.
know there's at least five because we counted five. Actually, we know there's at least six Hebrew letters because we counted six if we count bays and vays. But we know
You
that's really the same
know,
letters. There's
not
only five.
that. Not Muslim, not a Muslim. No,
How many
I
how
know.
many Hebrew
No,
letters do you
no.
know?
Yes, I know. I'm a sin man. I'm a sin man. No, I know what the Muslim and a Muslim man.
Yeah.
See,
How
you
many?
like me. You like me. What that?
Yes,
Are
I love
you
you.
tired? Not yet. Are you
I love you
tired?
so much. I love you so much,
Are you
Shiloh.
tired? Not yet. That sounds mamaya na. See you. To time, magala. Has mommy do, mommy do a pupela da da. That song, it's in people.
How many Hebrew letters are there, mommy?
22.
That's right, mommy. And there's 5 letters that have another form when they're at the end of a word. It's called mansipach. Mem nun sadi pei chaf. It's not in order. Yes,
So there's
Shiloh.
really 27.
Well, if you count the end letters, the 5 end letters.
Okay, Shiloh just threw the apple. Sorry, guys. We
That's
didn't
okay.
have an apple.
That's
He
what
threw
when he
it.
had something to say, he was supposed to take the apple. What does Shiloh have to say?
Oh yeah, he got mad that I interrupted him. So now he's on the
Well, he
floor
could have a
crying.
turn to speak now. No, he could have a turn to speak. You can put him on the
Okay, Shiloh,
camera,
you can.
baby.
He basically said 22 to you. He asked you if there's really 22, and I interrupted
Yes,
him.
yes, Shiloh. There's 22. Yes, that's perfect. There's
Yeah,
22 Hebrew
22, Shiloh.
letters.
You can talk. Come back on the camera. You can talk.
Does Shiloh want to be on the video? Shiloh could be on the video. You could say hello to YouTube.
You can say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
Can you tell us again how many Hebrew letters there are? We didn't hear it from you. We only heard mommy.
Two.
Two.
22. There's 22.
Oh,
Again,
Daddy, two.
22. That's right. Good job, Shiloh. Great job. Good.
There goes
What's
the
the
apple.
what what's the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet? Does anybody know the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet?
Stuff.
Tav. That's right. And before Tav is Shin. Who knows what's before Shin?
Reish.
That's
No.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
And before Resh is Kuf. Who knows what's before Kuf?
Sadiq.
That's right. And before Tzadi is Pei. Who knows what's before Pei?
Sameh.
Daddy.
Ayin. Ayin. And Samach is before
Oh,
Ayin. Who knows what's good? Who knows what's
you said
before Samach?
Sadiq. Um, Nun.
None, that's right. Before Nun is Mem. Who knows what's before Mem?
Lamed.
That's right. Lamed. And who knows what's before Lamed? It's Chaf. Chaf.
Kaf.
Before Chaf. Who knows what's before Chaf?
Yud.
Yod. That's right. And before Yod is Tes. Before Tes is.
Ches.
That's right. And before Ches is Zion. Before Zion is.
Vav.
Vav. That's great. And before Vav is Hey. What's before Hey?
Daled.
That's right. And before Dalet is Gimel. What's before Gimel?
Bays.
Bays. That's right. And what's before Bays? Aleph. And that's the whole alphabet from the
Yay.
end to the beginning.
Yay.
What system did we use? We used the numeric system, right? How did we backtrack from the last letter to the first letter without having to think so much with the numeric system, right?
Right. You can't do that with the ABCs.
Uh-huh. I mean, you'd have to memorize the numeric system for the ABCs, and then you could, but it's just a much harder system to memorize because
They
we
don't
don't have
have
like a
it.
we don't have like an easy framework, like in
Right.
Hebrew, we already know which numbers correspond to which letters, and it's like a pretty easy framework to digest. It's just 1 through 9, 10 through 90, and 100 through 900.
Right. True.
That's why you need 27 letters because it's 3 times 9. It's 1 through 9, 10 through 90, 100 through 900. It's 3 times 9. And then 3 times 9 is 27. There's only 22 letters, but 5 of them repeat. So 27.
He put the apple. Right.
I forgot, babe. Now's my appointment with the psychiatrist. So let's end it here. It's just about 19 minutes and 16 seconds.
Well, we said exactly 20 minutes, so we made it. Yay.
Cool. Yeah. So I'll
That's
talk to you all
perfect.
later. Thanks,
Talk to
thanks,
you
Shiloh. Thanks,
later.
Mama. You did great, Shiloh, and you did great, Mommy.
Thanks. Thanks for having us. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.